Hi, it's Rick here. Welcome to this video. Got a couple of Vestar boards here for us to have a look at, and the modifications I've done to it. We've got the Vestar Black Oak and the Vestar Night Fury. I've had the Night Fury now for over 7 months. It's been a decent board, to be honest. I was expecting more from the Black Oak. Probably the next one I'll probably build myself. So this video is really about changing the wheels, and this is just a custom grip tape on the top. So I'll turn it over. Let's start off by undoing the bolts. Take a closer look at what I've done. So what we've got it set up on is this is the Night Fury. I got it set up on the 105 wheels. So the axle on these are 8mm, and let me just get an Allen key to undo the belt cover. I'll get a close-up to show you the what I've done. Let's get this little pan here. Put that on there. Right. So, like I said, cloud wheels 105. I'm using the 44 teeth pulley from I Wonder. Now, if you look on the I Wonder website, you look under the kits, the pulley kits that they do, there will be one there for the, I think it's the onboard. Let's have a look what it is. So you want the one that's for the onboard, the 5M 44 teeth. If you look at that, that's the one you need. Now, I purchased the cloud wheels from Real boards, and it came with the 44 teeth pulleys. But the only thing is with Real is they sent them out, but they didn't send them in the original box. I didn't get the original belts that should have come with it. So, and I got import tax on the way as well. So, if I were to buy them again, I'd buy them from the actual I Wonder website. You're going to get the original box and everything that comes with it. So in terms of the pulley, it will come with the bearing inside will be a 10 for a 10mm axle. So to get round this, because it's an 8mm axle, to get round this, what I did is I used one of the spaces that you put in between the wheel. I used one of them, and put it on a bar. I mean, there might be an easier way if you could. Right. So yeah, you could probably get this milled for the way you want it, for the diameter that you require. If you take it to an engineering firm, they'll be able to make this part for you. But the way I did it is I put it on a bar, taped it up, put a lot of tape in, so I thickened it up, and then rolled over the spacer, and then just ground it down until it was the right diameter to fit inside the 10mm diameter of the bearing. Then obviously that will slide over your axle. Yep, so that's that bit. The other bit that you're going to have to modify, the 13 tooth pulley, the original, from the motor, I've got the 44 tooth motor pulley, the wheel pulley, and then a 275 mil 5M 275 belt that works with it. So yeah, the other thing you're going to need to do, I've got 3 washers on here to create a space. Oh yeah, just while we're on the wheel pulley, you're going to have to take some of that diameter, the inner diameter out. Either use a Dremel just to grind it all out and just make it wider, because that will rub. Just move this over a bit. That will rub against your motor bracket, your motor mount. It rubs against there, that diameter, that inner diameter. So I've ground a little bit off there with the Dremel, and also did it on the pulley. Yeah, that'll stop that happening. The other thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to expose some of this axle, because it won't fit. So the original wheels, the 90mm wheels that comes with it, are the pulley is actually glued in. I tried to get it out and then realised they just glue it in. Now that setup's alright, but if you were trying to get any ABEC wheels or the Cloud wheels or any other wheels, apart from the Vestar ones, you're going to struggle. So you're going to have to take some of that aluminium out, and the amount that you need, it's just 1 mil from the edge of the motor mount. That's the amount that I've left on there, and I created a little spacer, an 8mm, just over 8mm spacer, that gives me the ability to put back the original wheels. So if I put that spacer on, put a washer on, put the original wheel on, you can see that it'll fit as it did do before. I hate these ways. Yeah, it fits exactly like it were before. The amount that you're going to have to take out, let's get some calipers. Right, take that washer out. The amount is roughly about 5mm. 5mm is the amount you're going to have to take out. Now, you could ask an engineering firm to mill that out for you on a milling machine, but you will need to take the motors off, everything, absolutely clear it out before that gets mounted on a milling machine, because I had to do that on the Black Hawk. Now this one, what I did, and also these nuts here, make sure you undo them before you try and undo the screws, because they end up snapping the screws on the motor mount. Where were I? Yeah, the way I did it is I made a tool with hardened steel welded on the top, 4 prongs, with a bolt that's just over 8mm, and on the other side just a hex adapter for the drill, and then ground it down to a sharp edge on all 4 prongs, and that just slides over your axle and starts grinding out the aluminium from your axle. You just attach your drill, give it some decent force at slow rotations. You don't have to go mental on it, and eventually it'll just take away the amount that you need. but I had an issue on because the Black Hawk has a 10mm axle. I couldn't make the tool. I did try and make the tool. Here's the tool, but it was a disaster, and it all went pear-shaped and wasn't level. So I ended up taking it to someone I know who works in an engineering firm, and he did it for me. But like I say, you have to remove everything. Obviously, this way you don't need to remove anything. You just need to remove your wheel, and you can take out the amount that you need. So that's that. And then to put it all back together, I use 3 washers just to give it that extra gap so it doesn't catch that inner diameter. 3 washers on, belt on, yeah, as you can see with that spacer on the end, it just fits perfect on there. Slide that on, and you can also, once you've done this, you can also use any pulleys. I've got a collection of pulleys. I've got the 36, the 40, and they all fit. So if you're going to use ABEC wheels, you can get them to fit. I've got some bearings somewhere. So for the bearings a minute, just to show you. Going a bit off course here, I know, but just wanted to show you that you can fit. You can fit any sort of wheels if you wish. Take that out, so that's 30, 36. Pop them bearings in. As you can see, you can fit them on, no problem. That is the ABEC, so you could. Anyway, so that's that. So 3 washers, belt on, that way. Wheel pulley. You will need to source the belt from somewhere else, because the belt that they'll supply you with, I wonder, won't be the 275. It'll be a bigger belt. So you will need to source that from somewhere. I use this firm called what's it called? Totally Belts. They're based in London. They're decent belts, cheap enough. So it's called totallybelts.com. Right, so that's the pulley on. The wheel on there. Bolts. I'm not going to put the belt cover on. I'm going to show you with that. Just going to put the I'm missing a washer. I think I dropped a washer somewhere. Never mind. So yeah, that's the process. Max speed I'm getting with these is about 32. Decent enough. I can't complain at that, to be honest. A lot more than the Black Hawk anyway. The other things I did on this board, just to or issues I had with it, are the grub screws that are in holding the battery and the ESC or whatever it is, the ESC. unit. The Grub Nuts, they're called Grub Nuts, are made for furniture really. They're cast aluminium, so they're not great when it comes to vibrations, especially if you had the stock wheels. The more vibration you probably had, and eventually they do break and you're having to get them out. So I replaced most of them with this type, and it's a cast. It looks like a cast aluminium. You know, it's definitely a lot more robust. You just bang these in on the board underneath, on the grip tape side. You bang them in and then you bolt it up and it tightens up. I've had no issues on that. The other thing is, which can be, I suppose it could be quite serious, is the battery enclosures aluminium cast, and it has like a frame inside the middle, like a structural frame. Now there are some sharp areas within that structural frame. I'm not going to take it out, but I'll just tell you about it. And when I took the casing off and had a look, it actually started cutting away into the battery wrapping, so it potentially could be an issue. Now I have used some foam, like a foam, sticky foam, and stuck it all down, and it seems to have stopped that. Bushings on the nickels, I'm using orangutan medium. That's it. If you've got any queries, any questions you want answering, obviously leave a comment and I'll try and answer them as best I can. The next video I'll do will be the black oak. I'll show you what. It's pretty much a similar process that I did with this one, but I will show you how to do it. That's it. Hope you liked it. Cheers. Thank you.